Hello, and this is the Volcanic Shaddoll deck that I've been testing for a little bit. It's more of a fun deck than anything else. It does do some really nutty plays, especially since the deck just draws a bunch for the most part. So I'm going to get right into it. So, 3 copies of Volcanic Rocket. It's pretty much your main win condition, technically, mainly because you're trying to get to the Blaze Accelerator reload by any means necessary and controlling through the scatter shots and burning while using the Shaddoll monsters to further control and prevent your opponent from doing practically anything and everything. So, 2 Royal Firestorm Guards. This is more controversial than anything. You technically do never ever want to open this in your opening hand. You want to draw into it and use it to recycle the cards you're using to draw into to get more advantage. It's also 1700 body, so it's not too bad. 3 copies of Volcanic Shell. It's pretty much you're paying 500 to draw a card with the reload, which is cool. So, 3 Scattershot. Mainly because it's 1500 burn when you use its effect, it thins out the deck, you draw a card, and it nukes your opponent's board, which is cool. So, that's pretty much it for the Volcanic portion of the deck. For the Shaddoll component, 2 Mathematician. Just it can send either Shell to get you a copy to get the deck rolling, or it can get you, it can send in the Shaddolls, in particular Squamata, because it becomes any Shaddoll. I'm only playing, for the most part, 2 of every single Shaddoll with only 1 exception. 2 Squamata, 2 Beast, 2 Falco, Synchro plays, other things, double Hedgehog. I'm only playing 1 Dragon. I'm just not a big fan of it. Playing more than 1, mainly because I already have back row removal in this deck already to begin with. For spells, 3 Shaddoll Fusion, best card in the entire deck. Probably the best fusion spell next to Brilliant Fusion, just because it's essentially the same thing. Double L Shaddoll Fusion, glad that it went to 2. It's just the targets that you have access to sometimes aren't always the best. So, double Twin Twister, 3's too many. Especially since the deck draws a bunch, you can get into 2 of these very easily, or you'll draw into it. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Wildfire because you pay 500 to nuke the board, and 1 Foolish because, once again, it's like Mathematician. It can turn into basically any Shaddoll or a Volcanic Shell. For traps, it's actually pretty small. It's really only 8. That's 3 Blaze Accelerator Reload because who doesn't want to draw free cards, and it triggers Scattershot, which is the reason why the deck is semi-relevant. 3 Reckless Greed because with Volcanic Shells you don't technically need your draw phase, and because the deck draws so much you can get into 1, 2, maybe 3 of these at any given time, so it's really cool. 1 Shaddoll Core, just something to send off the Squamata, and then 1 Jar of Avarice because who doesn't want to recycle their cards, and mainly because Daigo's Emerald is now banned. For the extra deck we're playing double Winda, double Grista, for inherent special summons, link monsters and stuff like that. Double Shekinaga because it's a Divine Wrath on legs. And the extra for the rank 4s, it's 1 Black Ship, 1 Maestroke, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Honor Arc. This is cool with link monsters because as long as they don't have a firewall in the field for the most part, you can eat it. 1 Karen Gorgon, 1 Gemnite Pearl, and then we're playing a few synchros in the form of Tempest Magician, Gaia Knight, and a Black Rose. Just because you play this because you're playing spellcasters for the level 4 like Squamata, this because you're playing just generic stuff with the Volcanic Rocket, and Black Rose because sometimes you have to use the window to make something. So that's the deck for the most part. Let me know what you think about it. It's more of a fun deck than anything else. It's pretty cool. I should be bringing a pure Volcanic deck at some point. So, thank you for watching.